here on the Good Guys podcast.
We need to, bro.
You see, because it's a new day and age. Okay?
Mm.
This generation that's come up behind our generation, they just have different morals and values, different things that they can say and do and feel like they can get away with that we didn't even fathom to think that that was possible. And I'll tell you why. Because I think there's a fundamental parenting technique that we as a society have gotten away from.
Yep.
Okay, it's a very politically correct society, and I think that people have gotten away. I think it's become taboo to discipline your children.
Bruh. Oh, that's PC way of saying it. Beat that behind.
I was trying to keep it as politically correct as possible.
Beat that behind.
But
in places where nobody can see.
In places that no one can see. But that is the question that I wanted to pose today here on the Good Guys podcast. Should you spank your kids? Do they need formal, corporal discipline? I'm trying to keep it as PC as possible. Should you whoop your kids? Should you whoop your kids?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Josh. I'll let you go ahead and kick it off.
Let me tell you something, man. I'm a reverend. My life is anchored in the book. Not the encyclopedia, not the dictionary, not the thesaurus, not your favorite nonfiction or fiction book. My life is anchored in the book, the Bible.
Okay, spell it out for him.
That's what my life is anchored on. And the text, I believe, says, spare the rod, spoil the child. There's been a lot of sparing going on. I understand DSS is on your heels, but listen, I made it through. I just don't understand, man. It helped us out. You got whooped, right?
I definitely did.
Did you? Bruh. Middle class whoopings.
Look.
did you get middle class whoopings? Little timeout. Brandon, go in the corner. Timeout, Brandon. Timeout.
No, I got full on.
Oh, your dad's military.
My dad was in the military. Okay.
You got punched.
So I got
whooped. Remember tell that story, bro, where you got punched and flipped over the chair.
Flipped over the chair.
Was that you? You got punched and you hit the chair and flipped over it? Was that you?
I don't think that was me, man.
Oh, was that me? Maybe that was
me. No.
Maybe that was me. I was out of my body and I was like, who is this? My bad.
But
yeah, bro. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I mean, for one, the Bible does say it. It does say spare the rod and spoil the child. I mean, I think, in today's society, people are like, oh, you shouldn't, you have those that will say, don't hit the child, that just promotes, aggressive behavior from the children, and they'll think that violence is how you solve problems. So you have your contingent of people, that will bring that to the light. I feel like
we're not talking about abuse, y'all.
No,
we're not talking about abuse.
Absolutely not talking about abuse. And I do discipline my children. It is slightly different from the whoopings that I got growing up. I do try to I try to wait till I'm not angry anymore. Boy. It doesn't always happen. But I try to wait till I'm not angry. I'll spank them and then I'll sit down and I'll talk to them and explain, why you just got that whooping. And why I'm disappointed in you. Okay, that didn't happen, with the whoopings that I got growing up, and I don't necessarily. I mean, I think it's good, but I mean, I came out fine, I think. But ultimately, I do think that children benefit from that kind of punishment. Like, I don't think it necessarily always has to be your first go-to, and I don't think it should be. I think you do want to explain to them, why what they did was wrong. Okay. Explain to them the bigger context of why it's wrong, how it could hurt you down the line in the future. And, I always say, try to, make sure that your kids know what your kids' gifts are, know what their passions are, and try to relate it to that. Hey, exactly. I know you want to, you know what I mean? I know you want to go to the NBA, or I know you want to be the next great speaker, or I know you want to, whatever it is. You're jeopardizing that by this behavior. You're not going to be able to do it.
Exactly.
Right? So if that's not working and you're still being hard-headed, which kids will be, that's when you're going to have to get this work.
Yeah, I firmly believe in that, man. I think discipline should come out of discipleship. I think what I mean by discipleship is, hey, see me do this, see me live life differently. Come see me come watch me, observe my life. I think a lot of parents hide who they are, and parents have to understand. And what I'm learning just by with nieces, nephews, kids at the school, everybody was born with the sin nature. And so what happens is what you was laughing at 3 years old. Oh, little Nuke, look at Nuke, hit him again, Nuke. Not knowing that you gassing up bad behavior.
Right.
And so what happens is I know for a fact my goal when I have kids is to help them understand who God is. Help them understand what they was born with as far as the sin nature. And how like what helps my marriage is I got God in the mix. If I birth a healthy reverence for God, then that can help guide the child going forward. And I think since there's a lack of fear in God and there's no reverence for God, there's a love for God, but there's no fear for God. It's a big difference. Right. You can love God all day, but do you revere him? Do you respect him? If you don't, the Bible says the fear of God is the beginning of all wisdom. If you lack wisdom in the area, chances are you don't reverence him in that area. And I just think a lot of kids have been misguided or have been allowed to be bad for so long, or parents just want to be their best friends and they don't want to throw them hands. But I just think that ultimately, if you care about that child's success, like BD says, man, is to help them connect to their purpose and help them to connect to God and let them understand, hey, man, I made it. I made it because of certain principles and values. Mm. And brother, as far as me and my house, we serve the Lord. Mm. Now, if you want to serve the devil, get your own job, pay your own bills.
There you go.
I'm just nervous because I'm heavy-handed. I'm like, bro, that's why I'm like, man, listen, I don't like disrespect, man. That's why I think I'm going to just go very, very hard and disciplining and helping and talking them through while they're young. Mm-hmm. Because, boy, some of these kids, there was one kid in my school, bro. Mm-hmm. This kid had the nerve. This kid was trying to walk out the room. Of course, part of my job is restraining. Right. And so I told the kid, man, stay in the corner. The kid swung on me, bro. Ooh. I ran out of that room and I was like, bruh. I ran out because I'm like, look, man, I got on my walkie-talkie. Hey, somebody come in this room, I'm about to lose my job. Everybody, the principal, everybody run into the room. I said, I ain't gonna say what I said. I just know I'm about to lose my job.
Hey, that was a smart
Another kid of the Caucasian Hispanic persuasion called me something out of my name. I said, bro, you know what? I'm glad I spent time with God. Because if I didn't spend time with listen, y'all gotta understand, man. Y'all better stay close to him because you don't know who you are until you try it. Mm. But the beautiful thing about being who I am, I have amnesia. The next day I showed them kids love. I realized, hey, it's because of you I have a job.
That, my friends, is called perspective.
It's perspective, bro, BD. Perspective is what guides you through life.
This is true.
Man, I hugged them kids. I'm like, because of you, I have a job. And secondly, I'm not about to lose my job because of you. Mm-mm. Either way, I think there needs to be more discipline.
Absolutely.
And it's because the enemy takes the fathers out of the home. Mm. And if there's no fathers, moms' voices, moms ain't really that. They're not going to, especially boys, they ain't going to really.
That's facts. Because my boys be trying my wife. I'm like, y'all can't like that. I mean, they will literally like just be doing whatever they want. And then when I come around, they stop. I mean, but they will not. I'm like, babe, you just got to slap them. Just slap them in the face.
Yeah.
Because you don't have
to. She don't want to give them paws, bro. She be watching all those housewife shows.
Because, like the mothers, their role is to be the nurturer. They want to be, she's so cute. And, he's just that's my baby. I'm like, man, if you don't slap him, you better
listen. Kids got kids. And that'd be funny. Some kids they'll be like, oh, he's EC or he's special needs. I'd be like, they know right from wrong. Mm-hmm. When I show up, they want to get right, but when they're around you, they want to act all. Come on, man. Kids be knowing what they doing. I just think some people just afraid to be disciplinarians.
That's the that's the thing. Like, that's why you gotta whoop kids. I'm sorry, cause they'll try you, man. If you don't put the when I say put the pause on them, right?
Okay. Clarity purposes, BD.
Just for clarity purposes, when I say put the pause on them, I'm talking about a proper whooping. You know, we'll talk about the various items that you can use to whoop a child.
Some of these items are outlawed now.
Some of them you might not want to use.
I felt like I was Jesus with the 39 lashes.
But if you don't put the pause on them, man, they will try you. It's facts. It's just gonna happen. So. But anyway,
listen. I'm to the point to where I just can't wait to have kids. But I think I don't even know if my hands are hurting more than my mouth. You try me, bro. I'm like, bro, you out. You out the house. Go to your grandma's house. You ain't living here. I might, but my wife be like, he's 6, bro. He tried me like he's 16.
I'm telling you.
He tried me like 20. And these kids, it's be so funny at my school. You try me like an adult. I clap back like an adult, and you cry like a kid. What happened?
That's what be killing me.
No. I don't get it. You try me like an adult. I registered this an adult offense.
Right.
I clap back like an adult that you try me as.
Right.
And then you in tears? You know why? These parents are babies raising babies. They be letting their kids watch what they watch, so they be trying to be the baby. They try to be all these people, and they try to be gangster and hard. And then when you clap back, Mr. What? No, put them tears up, bruh.
Right.
And then the parents had a nerve to get mad at me. No. Yes, I told your son he might be dead by 16. Somebody got to tell your boy.
Oh,
why you tell him? Listen. Who else is gonna tell him?
Hey man, you got to teach your kids lessons.
You know what I tell them, BD?
What's that?
I put a little invisible basin right there in front of them. I said my hands are clean, bro, because you know what? I made it to 33. Good luck. I'll be trying them. I'll be like, oh, cool. You can disrespect me all day because I'm not about to lose my joy and be stressed out, act bad. Because there's certain kids you can't help. If home doesn't help you, you can't help them.
Right.
And so what I tell them, I said, go ahead and act bad, bro. I'll make sure I'll watch WSOC TV news for the next 7 years to see your face on the news.
Right. I feel like you have to teach kids lessons before they learn it on their own in the streets. I feel like that's our responsibilities as parents. Like my son likes to watch, all these karate action shows or whatever.
It's the one that be punching you while you sleep.
No, that's the 3-year-old. I'm not even talking about that because he's still in the grace period.
But in the grace period, the other was in a borderline no mercy.
Yeah, 6 years old going on 7. You need a dose of reality. So he likes to come around. He wants to fight and do karate all the time. I'm like, hey, what we can do, we'll sign you up for karate. Okay. You can
go punch them. Go punch the white man.
You know what I mean? No, I don't want to do karate. I want to fight you.
or the Asian man.
I want to fight you. I'm trying to watch Sports Center. He's over here flipping around, just jabbing. You know what I mean? Kicking, jabbing. So I just in the chest, boom, K that chest there in one good time. And then they want to get, crying and weird tears and stuff like that. I mean, like, I'm just like, you said you wanted to fight. You know what I mean? When you get to see, we're in upstate New York right now. Okay. So most of the kids that he goes to, they're nice kids. Not like the kids, from school where we grew up. Right. But we're about to move to Texas, Killeen, Texas. Okay. It's going to be a different demographic of kids down there. So if you go up in 2nd grade, buddy, karate chopping and kicking, they're going to knock you out. You're going to come. I'm going to have to come to the school. You're going to be in the middle of the hallway laid out. I'm going to be like, I tried to tell you. But
first off, I'm mad you lost. First off, I'm mad you lost.
Which exactly.
Second of all, I tried to tell you. I'm the type of father I think I'm going to be, and I'm a father. I'm not a father yet, but I'm a father figure in the school.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, bro, when these kids there'll be times, I ain't going to say that, but there'll be times where the fight lasts a little bit longer.
Mm-hmm.
Lessons need to be learned. And I could break it up. I tried to get there.
Right.
But he needed to get that licking in.
Sometimes you just need to learn.
Oh, I dropped my walkie. I got to pick up my walkie. Oh, I'm coming. Oh, my keys on the front. Oh, my keys. Oh.
No.
All right, stop. See, bro, I tried to tell you, bro, stop trying these kids, bro. You know he EC, bro. He's 10, but he's EC, bro. I tried to tell you, bro, you keep picking on him, bro. That's a big boy gonna give you them hands. I tried to get here, bro, but my walkie had failed and my keys, bro. I tried to get here, but I'm just saying, bro. I try to tell you, and they don't fight. They don't mess with no kids no more.
Right, exactly. So,
if you don't want to learn from my lips, you'll learn from life.
There you go. And it is our responsibility as parents to give them those hard knocks.
And it's my responsibility as a father figure.
Exactly.
To teach your bad kids lessons.
See, this is the importance of Father's Day that nobody wants to talk about. Because fathers, we're the ones that do the dirty work, okay? We're the bad guys. We're the enforcers. We're the ones that have to teach them these lessons before they get out into the real world and life hits them in the mouth. We have to hit them in the mouth first. Not literally, okay? Not advocating abuse. But we're the ones that have to set the standard and teach these lessons. Okay, and that's why you can't just spare the rod. That's why the Bible says that. Okay, some lessons you just got to learn. You know what I mean? You just got to learn them the hard way. It's just life. You can't always learn everything by watching someone else. We're not smart enough. I wasn't smart enough as a kid.
And there's nothing worse than a spoiled kid, man.
Exactly.
Because a spoiled kid in the school system embarrasses you, mom. And then when I see the mom's behavior, I'm like, Mom, you out here talking crazy, talking about y'all over here don't know how to handle my child. I got a master's degree. First off, no, you don't. Second, I swear these hood parents be talking. I'm like, what? You got a master's degree in what? Huh? Tell me.
What's your master's degree in?
Where's your man? Bring it. Let me see it.
Physiology. That's not even a word,
man.
That's not even a word.
No, I'd be like, no, come take care of your kids. That's why, listen, man, if you don't have the ability to respond to the discipline and the raising of a child, don't make them. It's that simple. One moment of brief satisfaction produces a real child. And if you ain't grown, how are you going to grow the kid? And now you throw him in society. Oh, little Nuke gonna make it to the NBA and get mama out the hood. Oh, little Juju is gonna go run that ball, Juju, not knowing that half the coaches, 95% of the coaches in the land won't even tolerate his behavior. And even if they do tolerate his behavior, he ain't gonna make it in life. See, that's why corny has always been cool. Respect has always been cool. I know my life ain't lavish. I be telling these kids, yes, I do have the iPhone 5S. Yes, you got the iPhone 8 and the iPhone XS, but you know what makes my phone different than yours? I can make phone calls. And these kids be trying, Mr. Ezzy, wear your Jordans. Bruh, why won't you tell your mama stop buying you Jordans and invest in your education? I be trying to tell these kids, I'm like, look, y'all can think I'm corny all you want, but when those royalty checks hit my account, I get me a little glass of juice and I get me a pastry of choice. And you know what I look at that brings me more joy?
What's that?
Than an NBA Finals game? It's the day the royalty checks drop. I be on my online banking like, there it go. There you go. And I scroll down my statements. Lord, no child support payments deducted. I keep scrolling.
What else do you
say? No vices. Maybe one piece of cake once a week. I try to tell these kids, hey, these people these fathers that you look up to, these father figures you look up to, they're not even living what they're rapping. They rap it so that you can live it to fund a system that incarcerates you.
Drop the knowledge on them.
If you want to be like them, and you mad I don't got no goals running around, you mad that I don't got no tatted sleeves on me?
Right.